unless I once again get some kind of a bright idea, or not so bright, if you will.
Super strong pass right there for the truck. Oh, you just saw a 10-second diesel truck.
Hello guys, welcome back to the channel, welcome back to the garage. So we're getting a little bit of a late start. As you can see, it is already dark out. The reason for that is I've just been trying to look everything over, figure out exactly where I want to put everything. So I kind of have my game plan already set up for what we're going to be welding in first thing tonight. So first things first, I think I'm going to mount the Airdog just like this. We're going to put the bracket kind of up at the bottom of these two top bolt holes that where your spacer would normally go, rather than putting it flush with the frame. The reason is that'll bring this line up. So now it's up here. We can kind of direct it away from this shock mount. I'm also going to shave this little tab down. We might have to throw a little weld on there because we'll probably end up getting rid of some of that weld. But just to smooth things out, but we can direct that line where we need it. Our return, we'll be able to just put a 90-degree fitting on there, make that nice, clean, and simple. And our feed, kind of the same thing. We'll have a return like that. And just everything should be pretty clean, pretty straightforward. I think I'm going to get new line for the Airdog. Well, actually, I'll probably just get a fitting for here, fitting for there, and then a new line for up front, because that is going to be way too short. And rather than putting some kind of junction on, we'll just get some new hose. The other thing is this rear bar that I wanted. I made another one up, or got another one, I should say. So this is about where I want it. That gives us enough room for this line, some space between our fuel cell, and just that's an extra support for here. I know this is in, for our fuel cell, but with it coming down like that, I don't know about the strength, but I figure just add another bar here where there was a cross member. That way we're ready to go. And we'll leave the hitch area kind of alone in case we get any bright ideas in the future. Never know. So that's what we're going to get started off with. As you can see, the Airdog bracket, we put this in, I want to say maybe a year ago. It had to be summertime last year that we put the Airdog on the truck. And as you can see, the paint is already coming off. I don't know if they consider this to be a powder coat. I would certainly hope not, because this is just one PA winter. And as you guys well know, we didn't really hardly run the truck in the winter. A few times, didn't hose it off right away or nothing, but yeah, that paint is just flaking right off that bracket. So we'll clean all that stuff up. We're just going to end up spray bombing everything when we're done anyway. So it's not really a big deal. The truck will not see that kind of weather ever again, unless I once again get some kind of a bright idea, or not so bright, if you will. So that's kind of my plan. Put the Airdog bracket here, put the cross member in here, and yeah, go down. I did put the shock back in too. So I'll get rid of the fuel cell. We'll get to burning those things in there and see where the night takes us. furthest most cross member bar is in. The Airdog mount is mounted. So I guess I'll throw the fuel cell in, we'll mock up the Airdog real quick, see how everything looks. I've been eyeing everything up, trying to see if there's anything else really we can eliminate. Other than like some exhaust hangers and shit like that, there's nothing. I did think about for a second, right under the cab, there's this cross member here, but I don't know that I feel like fucking with that. You know, just trying to keep in mind the goal is to try and get all the stuff we have to get done and then move on to stuff we can get later. That's something we could get later, or not at all. It probably doesn't need done, honestly. I'm just trying to think of every little thing. These brackets here could probably be cut off, but I really don't know. That may be more involved than it's worth. Maybe not. But anyhow, we'll get this mocked up for now and see how everything looks. Okay, so there's the Airdog with all how our lines are going to run. Everything should be pretty clean and neat. Obviously, we have to figure something out here. I will get rid of this later, not right now though. I also had a couple pieces of aluminum angle. The one, as you can see, is just barely long enough to stretch between these two fuel cell supports, but we could always mount our battery right like that. That wouldn't look too shabby. Really don't know what to do about the battery. We do have 2 extra batteries. Well, not 2 extra. We have the 2 that came on the truck and still work. I don't know whether I should go with something that size or something smaller. Honestly, I like the terminals being out this way, you know, away from the tank. And we will, when we get to this is not going to happen now, but when we eventually do move the battery, this is a good spot for it. I'm thinking if we could find a battery with the terminals reversed, which, you know, there's a shitload of batteries out there, we could always, you know, just run our neutral right here. We'll put a bolt in there like a buddy of mine did to his truck, and then we can run our power cable over just along the back here, because we will need a cutoff switch when we relocate the battery. But yeah, I think that is a nice, neat, compact kind of setup. Yeah, I think that'll look good when we get everything all sorted out and clean up all our mess. We definitely have some wiring to do because we're going to have to extend the stuff for the Airdog down here. Also, the trailer part of the harness, we can get rid of that, and we'll take that back. I don't know how far, but however far we have to, because all the Airdog stuff's up there. So we're going to have to at least take it that far. So guys, that's going to do it for tonight on the race truck build. Really, it's getting late. This is all taking me much longer than I anticipated, and that is because I kind of have a general idea of what I want to do. And like last night with the fuel cell, I originally thought here, and then I got thinking here, and just trying to think things, you know, through and forward, trying to think of everything we're planning on doing and how to incorporate it so we don't get down the road and go, ah, shit, we should have done this, we should have done that. Trying to think of all that and mocking stuff up, you know, by myself especially, makes it a little bit more difficult. But it just takes time, and it's not anything really that, you know, you can do about it. You know, we could just slap it together, but then we'd be faced with other challenges down the road that I don't really want to have to deal with because they'd be unnecessary. But the other part of that is kind of coming up with this on my own. I'm definitely taking one of the trucks I saw at UCC, T-Pain.
Channel 6 with the 2.
Met Trevor out there, still talk to him now and again, and Really liked how they set up the truck, and honestly, he is a big influence of why we're going full race truck. Kind of talking with him and his crew kind of convinced me that this is what I want to do. So thanks, Trevor, or fuck you, Trevor, whichever it is. But no, thanks is what it is. But I'm basing a lot of this off of his truck because I really liked how those guys went about that build, and a lot of stuff that I wouldn't have thought of, you know, like I was saying with the ground bolt, stuff I wouldn't have really thought of, you know, they had already done. And it's like I'm doing this all by myself, so you don't have anybody to bounce ideas off of. You know, at work, we're doing a job or something. If we get 3 guys on the job, we all might have 3 little bit different ways of doing it. Well, you use a little bit of plan A, plan B, and plan C, and now you got plan D, which is better than all 3, you know, by themselves. So anyway, that's enough rambling here at the end of the video. The truck is slowly but surely making progress, and I'm beat. So I hope you guys enjoyed. Hit that like button, subscribe to the channel. Catch you on the next one. Get out in your garage, get to working on your truck.